what up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Fencer, Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick. It's your boy Tone 202. And, what up, Supreme Milan? Give me all the info. Yo, I heard about the Scotty Pippin situation. Just another excerpt of the NBA 6. But I heard about the Supreme a lot. Oh, I'm the Supreme a lot. I heard about the Scotty Pippin, where he's getting divorced from his wife after so long. And basically, she's been messing around with Future, the rapper. She was on his private plane, and they said that it was all comfy and cozy. And she was taking trips with him and stuff like that. It's always a sad. To me, divorce is a sad thing, unless it's an abusive thing. I think if you said "I do" before God and country, then that's it. And God is not a proponent of divorce; He hates it. He tells you don't even marry a divorced woman, unless it was for unchastity reasons. But the world today, especially in high-profile cases, the divorce is 50% here in America, and that's just totally ridiculous. That ring doesn't mean anything. For one, when you look at the ring back in the 40s, 50s, De Beers, the diamond company that sells you these worthless diamonds, unless you're cutting something. They even had a commercial saying that the diamond is intrinsically worthless. But nonetheless, what De Beers did was they made up these commercials back in the 40s and 50s and started pitching them, saying that they start saying that buy your wife a diamond, pretty much, and she'll be happy. As if she didn't have a diamond, she's not going to be happy. So they start putting this in this woman's head, and now it's, you have to buy me this huge rock in order for me to be with you for the rest of my life. Like what? And what's so bad about what De Beers did was, when they were doing that, they were pretty much setting the man up, because he was the breadwinner, to go in debt, $20,000 in debt, because that's exactly what you're going to do, unless you buy it outright. And anybody in their right mind who has a decent dollar knows that you spend $20,000 on a ring, that is a poor investment. So nonetheless, they were putting people in debt, mainly white people, but whoever bought a ring, but mainly white people at that time. And nonetheless, another thing that they were doing is, if you guys know anything about diamonds and where they come from, there's a lot of different places, but if you know about the Beers are the Dutch people. The Dutch people are the ones who went and started that war in Rwanda between the Hutus and the Tutsis, and the Hutus and the Tutsis, or whatever. And they're supposed to be two tribes, but they're really one tribe, and the only difference between the tribe is their nose. You gotta understand, back in, 98, 96? If you ever seen Hotel Rwanda, you'll see how bad it is. But the white people started that. The Dutch started that. They killed almost 1 million people. Just black people killing black people over some, just your nose is different, and they're the same people. The Dutch did this. Told them that their nose was different. These are the people selling you these diamonds. Ridiculous. These are the people people who are desecrating the very foundation of marriage because it has nothing to do with this diamond. And this is why marriage is 50% in America and nobody takes it seriously. It's all about money. And then you have situations like this. People can just up, jump, and leave somebody. And I'm sure she's not as, future is nowhere near her age. And now she's running around with this young boy, this young rich rapper. And it's just a mess. Look, De Beers are, listen, De Beers is so bad. This is why you will never see a diamond on me. And a woman will if a woman asks me for a diamond, I'll tell her to marry somebody else. I would. Listen, De Beers is so bad that they went over there to Nigeria. And you got to understand, most of Nigeria's commerce, most of their GDP is diamonds and oil. And the diamonds that are over there, listen, the diamonds that are over there, listen, those people who work in those diamond mines are children. And when I say children, I don't mean like, 16. I mean children. You know how much they make? $1 a day. And they're working crazy hours. A lot of times this is like them and their whole family, like right there working to get money because they're ripping Nigeria off. And Nigeria leaders know this too. This is how horrible the Dutch are. Well, these particular Dutch. But listen, I'm sorry I went off on it. Well, I'm not sorry I went off on a tangent, but I'm just showing you just how they liquefy the foundation of marriage. And, as far as Scotty Pippin is concerned, you'll never get that woman back, and you don't want her back. You don't. And I'm sorry for you, Scotty, because I'm sure you were to have and to hold for rich or for poor, and I'm sure you meant that somewhere along the line. And now your woman is gone. She caught the vapors, and that's it. She run around with that young boy. I'm telling you people now, like, don't get married and think that you're just going to get divorced and God doesn't see you. When you get married before God and country, God first. And you better read what the scriptures say about the foundation of marriage before you run around thinking that I'm just going to get divorced. I don't want it anymore. Or I don't want him anymore. Let me go get somebody younger. You better read what that scripture says. It's your boy Tone 202. I'm out.